I got a dash cam here that Top Don sent me to do a review on. This is the Ausdom, and I've run dash cams quite a bit throughout my years driving. I would recommend everybody having one. You just never know. I'm telling you, the amount of miles you put on a car, everybody should have one on for insurance purposes, deterrent, or whatever. Problem is, there's so many dash cams out there, you just don't know what kind you would want or even know what to select from. There's some with a ton of features you don't need, but to me, biggest feature on a dash cam is one, the ability to just put it up in your window and forget about it and have everything fully automatic, and this one does it, and it does it quite well. Your power source, when you have it plugged in, turn your ignition on, power source comes on, this comes on, it starts recording. You shut your car off, it stops recording. This has the seamless loop recording where you do not miss any video whatsoever. It will continually overwrite and just keep recording forever as you fill your card up. Biggest one is called parking mode on this. Even if this dash cam is shut off and you're at a parking lot or wherever, get out of your car, you go in, if somebody comes up and tries getting in your car and it shakes a little bit, this will fire up and record 20-second segment and then store it in a separate folder that cannot be erased unless you're in on a computer. If somebody backs into the car or bumps into it, feels any kind of little jar, it records it. And to me, that is so valuable, it isn't even funny. It's a must-need feature for any car. And this does have full HD video up to 2304 by 1296, a very wide screen. I think it's 21 by 9, not 16 by 9. And it does have a lot of features, or a lot of different video modes at 16 by 9. It will record up to 60 frames a second. It's got HDR mode, which is real good for preventing overexposure, and it does have a G sensor, so if you're driving along and it does sense an impact, it stores it in that same separate folder that it will not delete, so you always have a record of it. Now, if you're a terrible driver, I won't advise you to run these things, but if you're a decent driver and you just never know, like I said, something could happen and you got it right on video, and there's no arguments, no anything. The features, must-need features I just explained, this has, along with the fact that when you do get it, I already got the Toshiba, it's a 16 gigabyte card it comes with, it's already in there, very good card, a real long USB power supply, smaller one for the computer, 12 volt adapter, and the little suction cup mount. I was kind of scared of at first, but I kind of fell in love with this stupid thing. Works very well. What I was saying, plug and play, it's just unreal. We're going to go out and do some videos, test of this, enough talking about it. A person will get a good idea just how decent it takes video, and we'll cover the features on it. And I'm telling you, I'd recommend everybody should run with a dash cam unless you're a terrible driver, you like speeding like 1,000,000 miles an hour, because cause an accident, it's going to be on the camera. So let's go out and get rolling and see how it goes. All right, for starters, it comes with a small suction cup mount, pretty simple design. Stick it on and tighten it down with a dial, and it locks. Then the camera basically just slides in right here. Just slide it in, and you're ready to roll. Now, the good thing about this camera is when you plug in your power port or into your cigarette lighter, you notice it comes on and it starts recording right away. Same thing with if you unplug it. Now it'll shut down in 15 seconds and you're off. As soon as you have power to your camera, it's back on and recording. Now this is in the highest setting. This is what you can expect on the highest resolution. Now we'll drop down a little. Now this is 16 by 9. Same pixels. This here is 1920 by 1080 at 45 frames a second. Here's 1080p at 30 frames a second. Here's 1080p at 30 frames a second with HDR on. Here's 1080p at 30 frames a second with HDR off. I went back up to the highest setting at 21 by 9 for viewing format. Here's the same highest setting, 16 by 9 viewing. What I want to talk about is something that I find extremely awesome is this park mode. You turn that on. Now I'm in park mode, and what that does is, say you're done for the day and you shut your vehicle off, it'll be sitting there with no power going to it. Now I'm going to try to simulate somebody touching it. Open and shut the door. And look what happens. It'll record for 20 seconds and then shut back off, and it'll save that file in a different folder so you can't overwrite it. So if somebody does bump your car, and if they are anywhere near the front, you're going to see it happen. All right, I'm going to open a door and shut it and see if that park mode goes off. I have no power going to the camera, and it is off. And there you go. It works. That I find pretty awesome. All right, there you go. The Ausdom Dash Cam. Like I said, it's pretty awesome. Check that link out below to the company that you can buy this from. Well worth the price. Very seamless. Set up and go dash cam. Plug it in and you don't worry about the damn thing. It's got just the right features, and it has the needed features that a dash cam should have. There you go. Ausdom review.